Hi and welcome to my channel Empowered Movement and Health. I'm Esther and in today's video I've got a morning flow for you. Moving your body is a great way to start your day. It gets your breath going, your blood flowing and lifts up your energy. So join me on the mat, you don't need anything, just yourself and a little bit of space. See you on the mat. So let's start with our legs a little bit wider than our hips. And as usual, we go for our hip circles. So you can have your hands on your hips, on your chest, on your low back, wherever they feel comfortable. Very nice, slow circles, and try and keep your upper body fairly still. That's it, and just imagine your pelvis circling around. While you're here, take some nice deep breaths in, and then even longer exhales. You can exhale through your mouth or your nose. And then let's reverse and go the other way around. Slight bend in the knees, that's it. And then pause in the middle, take a breath in, reach up, stretch your body really long. Okay, good morning stretch. And then release and relax your arms down. We're going to bring our feet closer. You can either go all the way together or just like gap. You're going to bend your knees and you're going to cup your knees. And then you're going to circle from your knees, but let it go all the way down into your feet. And you might feel your ankles move and see your feet hopefully change shape. That's it, good. And then let's reverse it and we'll go the other way around. And then from here, you can just relax over the legs, give your arms a little shake, give your head a shake. Then slowly, one vertebra at a time, start to roll yourself back up. And then just roll the shoulders back and down. Now, either you stand hip width or slightly wider if it's better for your low back. And just roll your shoulders forwards, up and back and down. Now, while you stand here, have a little feel down into your feet. Where are you placing your weight? More on one leg than the other, more on the front, in the toes or the heels. How do your knees feel? How does your pelvis feel? And then go the other way around, up and down. Try and keep your arms straight. You're not moving from the elbows, that's it. And then just one more, and then shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Breathe in, breathe out and drop them down. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out, drop them down. Now cross your hands over your chest, and we're going to circle our rib cage. Again, you can always take your feet wider if it's better for your low back. Slow, smooth circles. Really trying to get into your rib cage, so mid and upper back. Now, this is version or option 1. If you want a little bit more, you can take your hands behind your head, and you're going to get a bit more of a chest opener as you go here, more of a neck stretch as you go down. I breathe in at the top, and then I exhale to travel around. Try and find your own flow here, moving with your breath. And then pause in the middle before we go the other way. Just breathe in and open the chest. Then breathe out, bring your head down, elbows in. One more, breathe in, open. And exhale out. You come back into the middle, bring your hands back onto the chest, and then we go the other way around. And first for you with the hands on the chest, to really get into that rib cage. And if this feels good and you want a little more, hands can come behind the head, and we circle this way. Check your toes. Are they clinging onto the ground? Are they relaxed? Are your knees relaxed? Is your jaw relaxed? Are you breathing in a nice flowing way? 2 more. And then again, as you stay in the middle, breathe in, open. And then exhale, chin to chest. Let those elbows come in, light weight on the back of the head, so don't pull on the neck. And again, inhale, open. And exhale, close. And then breathe in again, open here. We're going to stretch the arms up and you just take them wide, like a wide V. And then you think of bringing your thumbs a little bit behind you. We're not going into the low back and we're not throwing the head back. So really think of your thumbs or your arms going a little bit past your shoulders. There might be a bit of a lift in your chest, but check it's not coming from the neck or the low back. Then you breathe and you just let them go down. And then again, breathe in. And then exhale, let them flop. Now, if you want a little bit more, you can bring your hands together and fold them behind. Think elbows up. This will give you a bit more lift through the chest. And then again, release. And the next step would be to add a little knee bend or a little bounce. So have a little watch first. I bend the knees and I breathe in again. If that's not good for your knees or your head to go upside down, just do the first version. But if you can, really try and use your breath here. Good. Inhale, reach back like this or like this, and then big exhale. And again, and it's like a double bounce in your knees. So you go bend, bend, and back as flowing as you can. 2 more. And now same thing, but arms to one side. So if you just do the arms, you just let them swing this way, back into the middle, and then the other way. If you go with the knee bend, you again swing, bring them one way, and then back the other. And breathe. And breathe in. Really gets your blood moving in the body, the chi flowing in the body. Warms up all the joints. And is a nice release. Good. And one more each side. Stretch it long. Really feel like you're reaching till you cannot reach anymore. And then you go. Creating that reach, that suspension, and that release. And then just release your arms down. Again, legs can be fairly close, and we try and circle again. This time, arms reaching out as close as you can with the legs. If it's really close and it doesn't feel good in the back, of course, take your legs wider. It's going to feel tight around the hips and the pelvis. And you feel a little bit like you're hula hooping. That's it, good. And then a little bit coordination for the brain. Make a fist with your wrists, with your fingers, and circle your wrists. That's it. And really think of it, the driver comes from here, from your center points in the body. Circling those wrists at the same time. And then let's go the other way around. Bit of belly dancing this morning. And then release it and give it a little shake. You're going to breathe in, reach the arms up again. Again, legs together or wider for your back. Bring your hands back together and we're going to go side to side. This is inspired by the dragon form of the Qigong, but I'm making it my own. So I breathe in, I stretch, I reach. I breathe out and I try and twist, really get my spine moving in all directions. You go as low as it feels good for you. Big reach up again, stretch here. If you want a back bend, really squeeze your bum, lift up through the middle and stretch a little bit back. And then sideways, down. Take your time, you go at your pace. You might go slower than me, you might go faster than me. Try and move with your breath. And 2 more, breathe in, reach. And 1 more. And we finish with the reaching up, stretching long. And then release your arms down, take your legs a little bit apart again, and just give everything a good little shake. Good, and then breathe in, reach up again. This time we roll down, so bring the chin to the chest. I start to roll down one vertebra at a time. You can bend the knees and you can just hang here for a moment. Really let go of any tension in your fingers, in your wrists, in your shoulders, and your head. And then start to walk on the spots. I'm going to bend one knee, and then I'm going to bend the other knee. Trying to keep my heels on the ground, and have a look at your feet. Do you see any change in the shape of your feet as you're walking on the spot here? And then next time you've got your right leg bent, rest your right forearm on your thigh and reach your left arm up. I'm going to imagine I want to touch the ceiling with this arm, and then maybe I can release the right arm and I reach down. If you can easily touch the floor, come off the floor and try and use your strength to reach in both directions. Stay here for a few breaths and just gently swing your tail, your bum, from side to side. So I'm here and I just swing side to side. I can always rest my forearm on my thigh. You can look down or you can look up. And then release again. Give it all a little shake. And then bend your left knee, rest your left forearm on your thigh, reach your right arm up. Again, I can be here, or I can release this arm, and I think in reaching in two directions, your center, your muscles around your spine, they have to support you here. Now check your toes, relax your jaw, and then wiggle your tail side to side. Good, and then release. Now we flow a little bit more through it. So I bend the knee, I reach up, I release to come back. I exhale into the twist, choose what's right for you. I exhale to go up, and I inhale to release. If you want to use the floor for more, you can push down a little bit into the floor and then reach up. Check where the weight is in your feet. Often it goes all the way to the heels, so try and put more weight back on your toes, and you'll usually get a bit more length into the back of the legs. One more each side. And then relax back over the legs, give it all a shake. And slowly we roll back up one by one. Once you're up, just roll the shoulders back and down again. Now we take our legs a little bit wider. So think of your toes roughly to the corners of the mat. Everyone's pelvis is different, so find your angle. So just bend the knees and come back to straight legs, just to check. Maybe you need to have your toes more forwards, more out. It should feel nice on your pelvis, on your hips, on your knees. You don't want to go in, you don't want to press out. Good, let's just do two more here. Bend, and then start to wiggle a bit the tail side to side. And then back up. Good, one more. Bend. And start to wiggle the tail. And obviously I can use weight here, or I can just have really light hands, and then I need more support from my middle. And then back up. Now we go down and we think more sticking the tail out. Bring the shoulders up to ears. So really release your neck muscles on the side. And then from here, you're going to bend your left arm. You're going to bring your right shoulder forwards. And you're going to bend your right elbow. You're going to bring your left forwards. Oh, so you keep switching, basically. That's it. Now I'm using this hand above the knee to gently guide this knee out. Think of a long spine. So think of sticking the tail out and sticking the chest out. That's it. More of a flat back and twist. And twist. Good. Let's do two more each side. And one. Then release. Slowly bring yourself back to stand. Breathe in, lift. And then breathe out, go back. We're going to do one more variation here. So again, I bend the knees. Now I'm going to see if I can swing my tail a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left, a bit more than one before. You may end up with a straight leg, maybe not. Again, everybody's body is different. You can bring your chest more forwards, or you can try and stay more upright. It feels different. I get more around my hip socket, my hip joint, when I'm upright, and I get it more into the hamstring and the attachment into the bum if I tip forwards. And there's no, my class, right or wrong way to move. Explore it in your body. Trying to get your pelvis really that, like you've got a tail. Swinging it left and right will also mobilize a little bit more into your hips, and it will help your back. Good. And then see if you can stay with your right leg bent, left leg a little bit straight. It may not be completely straight. And then reach here towards it. And then back up. And then you reach. And then lift back up. If it's too much, you just stay in the middle with 2 legs bent. Yeah. One more. Reach. And then bend back into the center. Swing it the other way. And then you're going to reach. And you're going to open. And again, you reach. And you 2 more. And try and reach, especially if you can touch your foot. Think of reaching beyond. And then lift. One more. And then back into the middle. Keep your legs wide and see if you can just hang a little bit over the legs. I like to hold my elbows and have a little swing around, but you can also hold the floor or just have straight arms. Take a few breaths here. And then we're going to keep our upper body still. So again, maybe you can put hands on the floor or knuckles, or just hold the body still and then wiggle your tail one more time side to side. So the upper body is still and you're moving more into your pelvis. These really small movements can do wonders for your back and hips, that pelvic area. And then start to bring your feet a little bit in. So just point my toes towards the front. And I do 2, 3 more. Then I bring my heels back in. I do a few more. And I start to heel toe my feet back to hip width and parallel, but in your own time. Again, you might just have your hands, arms hanging or on your legs. And just keep moving in until you're at a nice, comfortable hip width position, which is roughly a fist between the 2 knees. And then again, give it all a shake, give your legs and arms and head and shoulders a shake, and then slowly roll up one by one. And then once you're up, just roll the shoulders back and down, take one more breath in, reach up, stretch it long, and then release. And give it all a shake. Thank you for moving with me. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you next week.